It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very warm welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Thursday morning as we continue to start your day. And let's do so by reflecting very momentarily on the world of technology and what is going on out there. A very interesting story about how Spanish police are using drones to enforce social distancing during these coronavirus
And a
times.
good yell, a good yelling. Who doesn't feel like yelling in these trying times? So Spain is currently, obviously we've heard this on the news, one of the highest risk countries in the world at the moment with regards to the spread of the coronavirus. The government has ordered a mandatory quarantine since Saturday. That means that all citizens are being forced at the moment to stay at home except for necessities like buying food or medicine or for those instances of work where they have to actually go in. So in order to help enforce this, the Spanish police, they've started deploying drones, okay, with loudspeakers into public areas, and if too many people are caught congregating in the same place at the same time in the streets or disobeying this quarantine, then they get yelled at by police via the drones.
Perdón, señor. Señor en la casa. Señor en la casa, señor. Por favor, por favor.
Or do you think it starts like, hola? Hola. Hola. Por favor. So Spain is, all jokes aside, currently sitting with almost 15,000 totally in total confirmed cases. How quickly that is ramped up. Really, really crazy times indeed. So our thoughts go to Spain at the moment.
Yeah, and with every country that's affected. I mean, in the news reports this morning, more than 200,000 cases now worldwide. So this is requiring extraordinary measures. But if you want to flip the script on that and take a look at what some might be saying is a great thing, online gaming is now up by 75% in the US as a result of the latest developments in terms of the coronavirus outbreak. Now, Verizon, one of the US's biggest wireless internet service providers, has announced a 75% increase in online gaming since the coronavirus outbreak. And this is all since last week when Americans first started self-isolating. And video streaming is also increased by 12%. And interestingly enough, social media usage has remained pretty much the same, probably because it's already reached its peak.
It can't get any more saturated.
So if you are self-isolating, then maybe now is as good a time as any to start getting into some gaming out there. You know, there's a whole new world.
I wonder if these sectors or industries that are experiencing a spike should get taxed so that we can spread some of that income into areas that are being hardest hit.
Well, that's a
just to
possibility.
balance things out, because the markets are crashing.
Yeah, there was a story about how the US government plans on implementing tax measures linked to the gaming sector. So maybe that is a very good thing to do. And speaking of games and a way in which they can be used for good. Earlier on, we were asking on social media how the coronavirus outbreak and the news updates are affecting your schooling and university experience. And one of our cameramen, Peter, was telling us about how school in Japan had used Minecraft to build a hall.
To have a
and
virtual...
I'm presuming each student then build their own little character so that they could still have graduation. So it's all going to be played out on Minecraft and everyone's going to stream it. And that's brilliant.
Absolutely awesome, man. And of course, I think a lot of parents out there looking for something to help occupy the time with the kids at home. And there are educational games, hey?
Yeah.
There are games that kind of push our minds a little bit. So maybe that's the answer.
Sporting. I mean, the average game of FIFA takes like 12
actually,
minutes.
you can play out the rest of the Premier
The
League
season.
Please do that. I'll follow you. I'll report on that every morning.
Word.
Just please
Each
give us
team
some...
needs to nominate their own South African player, and let's play out the rest of the Premier League season. In fact, the Premier League, the PSL, the Serie A,
And I promise you, if it's good enough, we'll report on it. Every morning I'll report on it. I will.
As official as we can.